So you want to know something interesting? While me and Woo Dude are doing our live stream last night, Trump is posting about the national debt. And it's like, I just looked this morning, 13 hours ago. I go, well, it's almost 9 o'clock. 9 back to 9 is 12 hours, plus 8 o'clock would be another hour. 13 hours. So it's funny that we talked about the national debt. And I've said from a long time ago, I said, I think there's going to be a day that comes when we default on it. So his post, Trump, is basically saying, unless the Republicans get everything they're asking for regarding cost cutting, and he puts everything in capital letters, then we should default on the debt. Better now than later. That's what he said, in many more words than that. Unless the Republicans get everything they want regarding cost cutting, they should have this administration default on the debt. Can you see the death of the dollar coming if this happens? So on one hand, he's saying, maybe we don't default if you get everything you're asking for. But between you and me, how can this $32 trillion ever be paid back? It is hundreds of billions of dollars every single year, hundreds of billions every year, in just interest we taxpayers are paying. Why the hell are we borrowing our own effing money from a privately owned central bank when we could have just printed it, set the value of it, call it a day? From what I understand, Lincoln did that with the greenback, and it worked so well that when the war was over, Civil War, let's keep using it. No, blow his head off. Need a central bank. Have a nice day. So the question is, are the fireworks about to start approximately June 1st, when Janet Yellen said, by that time, maybe sooner than June 1st even, we might default on the debt. We have no more money to pay. And I think in our last live stream, not the one yesterday, I could have swore, I should have maybe asked him before I did the video, but I wasn't thinking about it. Didn't he say something like, he saw old people, or maybe not necessarily old people, basically people with EBT cards, and they're not working. Think about that. How could an EBT card just stop working? Why wouldn't the government just say, we got to keep this going because, if a whole lot of those people don't get their money, there's going to be a lot of problems. Well, only way I can think of is if we defaulted on our debt, didn't pass the spending or raise the debt ceiling bill or whatever. There's no money there. They just quit working. And remember, we're waiting on Entheos. The banks will be shut down for a minimum of 3 days. By some reports, he said a long time ago. And then recently said, hey, remember when I said that? Yeah, you better start paying attention because it's coming soon. In so many words. That'd be a good reason to shut the banks down. Because if the EBT ain't getting their money, shut the banks down. Until we can figure this out, right? So, interesting timing that he says that on Truth Social while we're talking about it in our live stream. I've not seen Trump post anything like that before. Like what he posted this time. Pretty specific. So, again, maybe the Republicans get everything they asked for in the spending bill or the raise the debt ceiling bill, and we can kick the can a little longer. Maybe it'll be a temporary one. Well, let's add a month to it. Let's add 2 months to it, whatever it is. That's what they usually do. But I've always had this feeling for a long time, at some point, the party will end. And again, it cannot be while Trump is president. It must collapse when moron is in charge. Take care.